This is the Roulette Master, and I can't wait to share with you this incredible new roulette system called Random Color Generator. This was sent in by LAC515, who also created the wonderful Dr. Pepper roulette system. I can't wait to share with you. He wants it to go up against Play Like a Pro today in a head-to-head matchup. And if a lot of you already know, I use Play Like a Pro a lot in the casino to win myself. I can't wait for this matchup. Let's see which one makes the most money in the next 15 minutes. Here we go. So we're going to start with Play Like a Pro first, and we're going to look for two things to bet against. And we have two odd numbers and two low numbers. So we could go 19 to 36 with this first bet, or we could go even. Let's go ahead and go even for 10. And you can see we have a zero balance. Let's go ahead and spin. Here we go. And the timer is running 15 minutes for each one of these systems today. And that's a loss. We're going to double the bet on even to 20. And spin again here. Let's see what we get on this one. That's a 6 black. And that's a win. So now we are up 10. And we look for a new bet. We have two black numbers in a row, so we're going to go red for 10. And this is a $1,300 bankroll system. And here we go. Again, that's a 7 red. That's another win. So now we're already up 20. Again, I use this regularly in the casino to make money. And now we have two 1 to 18s in a row. So let's go 19 to 36 for 10 on this one. And this random color generator system by LAC515 is going to be very different. I think you're going to love it, though. And we're up 30. We're going to be on black now for 10. And he created this system so that you no longer lose on streaks, which is what usually hurts you when you play roulette. So that's pretty cool. And there's a loss, so we're going to double the bet. So now we'll have a $20 bet on black here. And we're just a minute 15 seconds in out of the first 15 minutes of the competition. That's a 19 red. And that's a loss. So let's go ahead and double the bet to 40. So it was 10, then it went to 20. Now we're at 40. And let's see a black number here. And we got one. That's 11 black. That's a win. So now we're up $40. And we have two odd, actually 3 odd in a row, which is even better. We're going to go even for 10. And this gives you at least a 2-head start in the progression, which is why I use it so much. And that is a 20 black. That's a $10 win. We're at 50. Let's go ahead and go red since the last two are black. There we go. That's a 29 black. And that's a loss, so we'll double to 20. So let's do that. Now we have a $20 bet on red here. Let's see if we can get a win on red. And that's a 0. So one way that I play Like a Pro is if I hit 0 or double 0, I do not double. So I keep the bet the same and spin again. And the reason I do that is because almost every time you lose, there's a 0 in that long progression. And that's a 33 black. And now we're going to double the bet. But you don't know how many times this has saved me by not increasing when I hit a 0. So let's do that. That's a 32 red. And we would have won anyway. We're up $40. We would have won anyway. However, like I said, many times that saves me. We're on 1 to 18 now after the last two are high numbers here. But a lot of times that saves me on the last bet. And that's a $10 win. I don't bust very often with Play Like a Pro. We're up $50. However, we're going to be on odd on this one. But almost every time I do, occasionally when it does happen, it's when there's a 0 in there. So I don't increase the progression after a 0 or double 0. So that's a win there. And now we're going to be on, we can go 19 to 36, or we can go red. Let's go red for 10. And let's spin. We have a 2-head start in the progression like normal. And if you have more than that, that's even better. That's a 15 black. That's a loss, so we'll double the bet. And let's go ahead and spin here. We're 3 minutes and 50 seconds in out of 15. That's a 36 red. And that's a win. So let's look for a new bet. And for the first time, we don't have one. So we're going to spin without betting. That means we don't have 2 to bet against. And that's a 34 red. Let's see what we have now. And we have 2 reds and 2 high and 2 even. So we could bet odd 1 to 18 or black on this one. Let's go ahead. and do 1 to 18. 410. We're up $70 right now. Here we go. That's a 30 red. And that's a loss, so we'll double the bet to 20 on 1 to 18 here. We're 4.5 minutes in now out of 15, and that is a 7 red. And that's a win. So now we have 4 in a row of red, so let's go black for 10. And we're up 80. And when you have 4 in a row like this, you really have good chances, because then it would take, I believe, 11 in a row to beat you. And there's a win right off the bat. We're up 90. And let's go 19 to 36, because the last two are low numbers. Here we go. And that's a 0. That's definitely a low number. So again, I do not increase the progression when I hit a 0. So we're going to leave it at 10 on 19 to 36. And that'll only cost us $10 in the long run. Not that big of a deal. And we would have won anyway, but I still do it. I believe in it. And we're up 90, and now we need to spin because we don't have 2 numbers to bet against. And we're 5.5 minutes in now, and that's a 27 red. Okay, so now we can go 1 to 18 for 10. Again, we're up 90, and let's go ahead and spin here. I can't wait to show you the random color generator system by LAC 515. He always comes up with great systems, and let's double the bet after that loss.
No more bet.
And here we go on 1 to 18, 420 after we increase that bet. And that's a 6 black. And that's a win. And we're up $100. Let's go ahead and spin again without betting. And that's a 35 black. Okay, so we have 2 black numbers. Let's go red for 10. Again, we're up 100. And let's go ahead and spin. Here we go. I wish I had done that a long time ago when I first started playing Play Like a Pro, was not increase on zeros or double zeros, and that would have saved me a lot of money over the years, but I definitely do it now. Now we have a $20 bet on red, and here we go. That's a 24 black, and that's a loss, so let's go ahead and double the bet to 40.
No more bet.
And spin, here we go. And that's a 17 black. That's a loss. Let's go ahead and double again. Now we're going to have $80 on red. And here we go. Let's see if we can get a red number. And we got one. That's a 27 red. It's a good thing we had that head start in the progression there. Because if we had not, then we would have had, instead of 5... instead of we didn't have 5 losses there. We had 3 because we waited for 2. And but yeah, it always increases your chances. And we're up 110. Let's go ahead and go to even now for 10.
No more bet.
And at least it makes me feel like there's a little bit better chance that it won't go that high in the progression. That's a 29 black, and that's a loss. And I know there's going to be a lot of you out there that say it doesn't matter, the odds are always the same, and technically you're right. However, the odds of 8 in a row is definitely different than the odds of 10 in a row. So in that way, it does make a difference. And we're up 120. We can go 1 to 18, or we can go red. Let's go red for 10. We haven't had that many red numbers lately. And we didn't get one there. That's 11 black. So we'll double the bet to 20 on red. Let's see if we can get a red number here. And there we got one. That's a 34 red. Fantastic. So we're up 130. Let's go ahead and spin without betting. For the first time in a while, we don't have 2 numbers to bet against. That's a 2 black. Okay, so now we can go odd for 10. And again, we're up 130.
No more bet.
Let's go ahead and spin again. Again, really looking forward to LAC 515's random color generator system coming up here. Make sure you stay tuned for that. And let's go ahead and double the bet on odd.
No more bet.
The last one that hit was at 11 black, and we're 9 minutes in out of 15. That's a 1 red. Okay, that's a win. So we'll find a new bet. We're up 140. Let's go to black for 10 here. And here we go. And there's a 6 black. That's a good one. Fantastic. So we're up 150, and we can go 19 to 36
No more bets.
since the last two are low numbers. And here we go. That's a 12 red. Okay, and that's a loss. So we'll double the bet to 20. Again, if we hit a green, we do not increase the bet. So that's 0 or double 0. And that's a 3 red. And that's another loss. So we're going to double the bet to 40.
No more bets.
And let's see if we can get a high number here. And we did. That's a 28 black. Fantastic. So now we're up 160, picking up $10 per win, and we need to spin without betting for I think only the second time today. It doesn't happen too often because you have all 6 outside bets to find a head start. But now we can go red, odd, or 1 to 18. Let's go ahead and go odd for 10.
No more bets.
Here we go. And we got it. First one, 21 red. And when I have choices like that, I always try to find the one that hasn't hit in most recently. We're up 170, and we can go 1 to 18 because the last 3 are actually 19 to 36. So that's even better. 3 is better than 2. And that's a 0. That's definitely a low number. But remember, we're not going to increase on a 0 or a double 0. We're going to leave the bet the same when that happens. And we're 11 minutes in out of 15. That's a 15 black. And that's a win. So we need to spin without betting now. Make sure we have 2 to bet against. And that's a 36 red. Okay, so we need to spin one more time. We need 2 to bet against still. Here we go. That's a 15 black. And we still need to spin one more time. This doesn't happen very often, but occasionally you have to spin a couple times. And that's a 2 black. So now we can go 19 to 36 for 10. The last 2 are 1 to 18. We're 11 and a half minutes in out of 15. That's a 25 red. Fantastic. So let's spin again. We don't have 2 to bet against again. Occasionally you go through a cycle like this where you have a few where you have to wait, but that's a 0. And that didn't hurt us any. So we need to spend 2 more times to get something to bet against. We need 2 to bet against. So there's a 34 red. Let's see what the second one is.
No more bets.
So we have a high even red number. That's 11 black. And it's time to spin one more time. We don't have 2 to bet against. Here we go. It's a 25 red. So let's see what we have now. We have 2 odd numbers. Let's go even for 10. And again, we're up $180. We're 12 and a half minutes in out of 15. That's an 8 black. That's a win. So we're up 190, and let's spin without betting again. Again, this doesn't happen very often where you have to spin without betting, but every once in a while you have to, and that's okay. That's a 35 black. So we can go red for 10 now. The last 2 are black, so we're going to go red. And we're almost 13 minutes in now out of 15. That's a 27 red. All right, that's a win. We're up $200 now. So let's go 1 to 18 since the last 2 are 19 to 36. And man, I can't wait for that random color generator system coming up here. See how well that does. That's a 17 black. And we're up 210. So let's go even now. The last 3 are actually odd, so that's even better than 2. We have a 3 head start here. That's a 21 red. That's a loss. Let's double the bet and spin. And when you have 3 in a row, then you basically have at least 10 chances. Well, you would take 10 in a row of something to lose, which definitely I like to see that. So we're gonna have a $40 bet now. 20 just doubled to 40. That's a 21 red. That's another loss. So look at all those odds there. We're going to go from 40 to 80, and it looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 odds in a row right now. Now we have an $80 total bet. And there's 7 odds in a row, so that's another loss. This is why you need the $1,300 bankroll. And we're going to double to 160. We'll still have 2 more chances even if we lose this one. So I'm not worried yet. And there's a 9 red though. Okay, that's a loss. So let's double again to 320. We need an even number here. And I think we're going to get it on this spin. What do you think? Ooh, we didn't get it. Okay, we have another spin here. All right, this is our last chance to double with the $1,300 bankroll. If you look, there isn't a single even number on the left-hand side there. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And let's go ahead and spin. I think there was one even before that. And I think we're going to get the even number right now, though. If not, we will lose our bankroll. And we won. Fantastic. That just shows you there why that we didn't have to do it that time, but why sitting out on a 0 can really help you. A lot of times it's just one spin difference between recovering your entire bankroll and making a unit of profit and losing your bankroll. So remember that, and we're up $220 now. Let's go 19 to 36 or 10. Oh, and actually we just ran out of time, so this is our last spin. It's a 35 black. Okay, so we ended up with $230 of profit in Play Like a Pro, and came close to losing our bankroll there, but it's a good thing we waited for 2 before we started, or we would have lost our bankroll. So hope you really enjoyed that one. But now it is time for LAC 515's new roulette system. He calls this the random color generator, and here we go. I can't wait to share it with you and see if it can make more than $230 in the next 15 minutes. Here we go. All right, it is time for LAC 515's new roulette system. This is called the random color generator. Let's place the bets and start the timer. Here we go. So we're looking at the last number. If it is odd, then we're going to bet red for 10. Let's go ahead and spin. The timer is set, and here we go. This beats all color streaks that LAC 515 says, and that's a $10 loss. So we're going to stay right there. The only reason we're going to stay there and double is because it's odd again. So remember that. We're going to spin. I'll explain everything to this about this to you as we go through. That's a 27 red. And that's a win. So since it's still odd, we stay right there on red, but we're going to go back to 10. You can see we're up $10 already. And let's go ahead and spin. Okay, that's another odd number. So we won, and we're going to stay at 10, and we'll still be on red. We're up $20 so far. All right, here we go. Let's see if this one's going to be odd or even. Okay, it's odd, so we're going to stay on red. But we are going to double the bet because we lost. Now we have a $20 bet on red. The random color generator by LAC 515. That's a 10 black. And that's a loss. So we're going to double the bet. And now we're going to go from 20 to 40, but switch to black because we had an even number. And I'll explain how this works here in a second. And that's a 30 red. And we're going to stay on black because it's even. And we're going to double the bet to 80. This is a $1,300 bankroll system. Here we go. That's 11 black. That's a win. So when you get a win, you go back to 10, and since we hit odd, we're going to go back to red. So here we go. And what this does, I'll tell you here in a second, that's a 34 red. And there's another win, and since it's even, we'll go to black when we're up 40. What this does is it makes it to where you're not doing follow the winner where you're using the same color over and over, and you're not playing opposites either. And there's a win right there. And since it's odd, we're going to go back to red, and we're up 50. But this keeps you from losing with a lot of a certain color in a row, and it keeps you from losing by having choppiness. So what choppy, I mean going back and forth. We're up 60. Since it hit even, we're back on black for 10. And every time it's even, we're going to be on black. Every time it's odd, we're going to go to red. And that's a 12 red. That's a loss. So we're going to stay on black and double. We're staying on black because it's even. Even always goes with black. Odd always goes with red. And that's a 14 red. And and that's a loss. So we're going to double, and we're going to stay on black
No more bets.
because the last number was even. And here we go. That's a 23 red. So we're going to double the bet now, but switch to red for 80
No more
because the last number was odd. Odd goes with red, even goes with black. And that's a 3 red. And that's a win. So we're going to go back to 10. Since it's odd, we will be on red.
bets. No more bets.
Here we go. So this keeps you from losing with long color streaks, keeps you from losing with choppiness, and that's a double zero. And that is a loss. So when it hits double zero, we do not increase the bet. So we're going to stay on red for 10.
No more bets.
And here we go. Okay, that's a 33 black. And that's a loss. So we're going to go from 10 to 20, and we'll be on red
No more bets.
instead of black, and that's because the last number was odd. That's a 4 black. And that's a loss, so we're going to double the bet and move to black
No
because the
more
last number was even. And here we go. And that's at 12 red. Since it's even, we're going to stay on black, and we're going to need to double the bet from 40 to 80. And let's spin again. Here we go. We're 4.5 minutes in out of 15, and that's a 13 black. That's a win. So we'll go back to 10. Anytime you win, you go back to 10. And since the last number was odd, we go back to red. And then what this does is it creates a very uneven pattern that especially an automated machine can't pick up on. And that is a win. We're up 80, and it's even, so we're going to black for 10.
No more bets.
But a lot of people think the automated machines can pick up on the pattern that you've been using, and they won't be able to pick up on this pattern because it changes all the time. And we're going to go from 10 to 20. And obviously we hit 0, so we're not going to increase. And since it's even, we're going to stay on black. So here we go. And let's see what we get here. That's a 22 black. And that's a win. So let's go ahead and we're up 80. Since it was even, we're still going to be on black. We're 5.5 minutes in out of 15. And that's a 8 black. That's a win, so it's still even, so we'll be on black for 10. Anytime you win, you reset back to 10. And let's see what we get here. That's 11 black. That's another win, but since it was odd, we're going to go back to red. We're up 100. And here we go. That's a 25 red. And that's another win. And since it's odd, we'll stay on red for 10. We're up $110 now. And a lot of people try to come up with patterns that are, that they try to remember, like black, red, black, black, red, black, whatever it is. And this is much easier because it does something similar, except for, and we'll be on black since it was even for 10. But it's so easy to place the next bet because if it's even, it's always black. If it's odd, it's always red. And you don't have to think about it. And let's go ahead and double the bet, but we're going to be on red now because it's odd. What it does is it mixes up the colors a lot so that machines can't pick up on patterns, and also dealers can't pick up on patterns. So we'll be on red for 10 because the last one was odd. We're up 130. We reset back to 10 after that win, and we're 7 minutes in now out of 15. That's a 36 red. Fantastic. We're up 140. And we'll be on black for 10 because the last number was even. So a lot of people, when they play those systems where it's like black, red, something like that, they lose track of it. It's really hard to lose track of knowing that every time it's even, it's black. Every time that it's odd, it's red. So we're on red for 10 on this one. Keep things very simple, and there's another win with the 32 red. We will take it. We're up $160 already. I really like this so far. I think it's fantastic. And we'll be on black for 10 because the last number was even. And here we go. Let's see what we get. That's a 13 black. And that's a win. So we'll be on red now since it's odd, and we're
No
up
more bets.
$170 already. Cleaning up already. We're 8 minutes in out of 15, and that's a 34 red. Fantastic. Since it's even, we're switching back to black
No
for
more
10.
bets.
And I love how this moves around, and really a machine or a person can't pick up on the pattern you're using. They wouldn't even be able to figure it out, I don't think, unless they had to think about it really hard. But let's go from 10 to 20 on red.
No more bets.
If you were playing this way, the dealer would probably just start thinking, oh, he's just moving it around a lot. But that's a 2 black. And we're going to go from 20 to 40, and we'll be on black
No
since
more
the last
bets.
number was even. Here we go. That's a 20 black. And that's a win. So we're up $190. And we're on even still. So we'll be 10 on black.
No more bets.
Because even goes with black, odd goes with red. That's a 24 black. Fantastic. We're up $200 already. And we'll be on black for 10
more
since
bets.
the last number was even. We're a little over 9 minutes in out of 15 with this random color generator roulette system by LAC 515. And let's go ahead and double the bet. And we'll be on red because
No more
the last number was odd. Here we go. And we got it. That's an 18 red. Fantastic. So we're up $210. And we'll be on black for 10
more
because 18 is even. Here we go. And that's a 00. So we don't increase the bet with losses on 00 or 0. And we will let's go ahead and we'll just leave the bet at 10 here.
No more bets.
All right, here we go. Okay, that's a 31 black. That's a win. Okay, so you stay on the same color. When you hit a 0, you just don't increase the bet. Odd is 31 odd. Puts us on red for 10. Anytime you win, you go back there, and we're a little between 10 and 11 minutes in now. That's a 25 red. Fantastic. So we'll stay on red for 10. We're up $220 now. Just cruising right along with this new random color generator roulette system by LAC 515, and we're going to double the bet from 10 to 20 and move to black after that even for black there. That's a 19 red, and we're going to double and move back to red since it was odd, so we'll have 40 on red now. Again, it's a $1,300 bankroll system. And that's a 26 black. We're doubling after losses. And we're going to go to 80 now, but we're going to be on black.
No more bets.
Again, that's because the last number was even. Okay, 0. So we're not going to increase the bet. We're going to leave it the same and rebet.
No more bets.
And you won't believe how many times that saves you. I wish I had started doing that way, way back in the day. And we lost there, so we're going to double the bet now. Except we're going to be on 160 on red instead of black because that was an odd number. So let's see a red number here. Ooh, that's black though. That's not good. So we're going to go to 320 and we'll be on black. Here we go. Okay, $320 bet on black because the last one was even. Let's see a black number. And we got it. Fantastic. 26 black. All right, $150 profit now. It dropped us back just a little bit because we didn't increase, but we were only 1 away from busting, so that really kept us from losing our bankroll by sitting out on that 0, on the 0 right there after the 26 black. So let's go ahead now, and we'll be on black for 10. So basically, you just take a little bit of a loss when you're in a progression with the 0 double 0 hitting, and you won't believe how many times that will save you. It's okay to take a setback. We're up 160, and let's go ahead and we'll be on red for 10. And again, that's because red goes with odd. We're almost 13 minutes in out of 15, and that's a 3 red. All right, so we stay on red because the last number was
No more
odd.
bet.
And here we go again. We're at 13 minutes in now out of 15. That's a 36 red. That's another win. So we will be on black now for 10 because
No more bet.
we had an even number there. Again, this mixes it up a lot, so the dealer or the machine can't pick up on what pattern you're using, and it's just a lot easier to keep track of. And we're up 190 now. We'll be on red for 10 because that 17 black is odd, and it's much easier than keeping track of like a BB, RR, whatever you're keeping track of. And okay, so we're up 200. We'll be on red for 5 because it was red. 5 is odd, and that goes with red with this system, and that's a 4 black. So we're going to switch and double the bet, and we'll be on black now because the last number was even. We have a minute left, and that's a 24 black. That's a win. Fantastic. So we'll be on black again for 10 because it was even. We're at $210. And here we go. That's a 16 red. And that's a loss, and we'll double the bet and stay on black since it was even. 45 seconds left here. And that's a 34 red. That's another loss. And we'll stay on black because it was even. So we'll be at 40 now on black. All right, let's see a black number, and we got it. That's a 20 black. Okay, so we're up $220. We'll be on black because the 20 is an even number. And here we go. That's a 28 black. And that's a win. And we just ran out of time. And I think those systems did almost exactly the same. So that's pretty much a dead heat between Play Like a Pro and the new roulette system sent in by LAC515. Again, this is called the random color generator. Now, if we hadn't had that 0 where we didn't increase the bet, that would have propelled this one ahead. But both systems did fantastic. And I do recommend with both of these systems not increasing when you hit 0 or double 0. Just take a little bit of a loss and build it back up. Again, I wish I had started doing that many years ago, and would have saved me so many times. A lot of times you only need one more chance to get it back. So remember that, and keep sending systems in, LAC515. I absolutely love this one. I love how easy it is to remember what the bet is, but it scrambles the bet so that the machine or the dealer doesn't recognize a pattern that you're using, and it keeps you from losing on long streaks of red or black, and it keeps you from losing on long streaks of chops, which is going back and forth. So I hope you really enjoyed this one, and love that you guys are sending your systems in. I think it's fantastic. Remember to send those to roulettemaster.c@gmail.com. Again, that's roulettemaster.c@gmail.com. And every day I pick a new system and showcase it on the channel. It's at 7 a.m. Central Time every single day of the week. So I hope you're enjoying the new videos every day. What I would like you to do is test them on a simulator, and let me know and everyone else in the community know how you did. And if you do enjoy it and you like it and take it to the casino, share those results as well with everyone in the community. That's what it's all about. And remember to always use the simulator first, because many of these systems, it's the first time that I'm showcasing them, and they haven't had a large sample size. So use the simulator first. If you like them, you can take them to the casino. But the main thing is educating the community, sharing your results, helping everyone else in the community out, and everyone else can help you out as well by sharing their results with each one of these systems. And I think that's fantastic. Keep sending the comments in. I love reading your guys' comments every day and answering questions. So keep sending those in as well. Hope you're really enjoying the channel. Let me know what's on your mind. And another great system by LAC515, the random color generator. This was another great one. This is the Roulette Master. And have a great day, everybody.